Helio Castroneves off course. Don't see any obvious damage, excuse me. They've gone full course yellow. Sorry, Roberto. They've gone full course yellow. And oh, my goodness. There's the championship battle. There is the problem that you could not afford to have happen. Montoya comes around the corner and clips the car. The championship fight will go on. This is a substantive change, Parker.
That is exactly the sort of thing Juan Montoya didn't need. I'm sure that Chip Ganassi was telling him that Franchitti was falling back. Let's have a replay and see if we can watch this exactly and what happened. Obviously, they had yellows out for that flag. You can see the racing line here is in this area. Watch now as Montoya enters from the right of your screen. He had a lot of understeer, a lot of speed going in there. I don't think he would have made that corner whether Castroneves would have been there or not from the looks of it as he went in. We can only assume that if he had an engine problem, had fluid.
Oh, he's had a huge shunt down at turn 17. So in recovering that car after the flat spotted tyres, he's wiped both ends off that car at 17. The checkered flag is out. Ollie Jarvis goes through, doesn't improve. And the red flag has come out as well, although time had expired. So very bizarre. Jimmy Johnson then trying to get round and start another lap, I think, after spinning at turn 16, loses the back end of the car. Again, fairly early in the piece, almost a carbon copy of what happened at 16, but this time into 17 and slams into the first row of tyre barriers. And the Ally 48 crew are going to have some work to do.
And the top two pulling away as it is 2 laps to go here in Tulsa.
They have stretched out the gap over third place. Justin Grant, Tanner Thorson in fourth. It's a battle between these two big cars. And Bell goes for a huge ride. The cushion bites him hard, corrects, and man, it launches him.
NASCAR star Dale Earnhardt Jr. suffered what we are told are minor injuries in a frightening crash and fire this morning during practice for today's American Le Mans Series Grand Prix of Sonoma at Infineon Raceway in Sonoma, California. Earnhardt was scheduled to drive in a single appearance in the Sports Car Series on this off weekend on the NASCAR Nextel Cup schedule, sharing a GTS class factory Corvette with road racing veteran Boris Said. Now, we do have pictures from Sonoma. Second yellow car in line disappearing behind the wall. Earnhardt apparently lost traction and spun hard into the concrete with the back of the car first. As it came to a stop on track, it burst into flames. Apparently, the fuel cell or the connectors to that cell were compromised. You see a large amount of fuel on the ground. From on board the car, here's the impact. You'll also see a shot from inside the car as Earnhardt was apparently dazed in the impact. And although it's rather frightening to look at, you'll see that he immediately started to get himself out of the car as the flagging crews brought the session to a halt.
With the DHL cars in there, Castroneves running in there, Hildebrand, backstretch they go. Oh, crash, crash. Turn 2, we got a crash. Kurt Busch made contact with the wall. Tire bouncing down the backstretch. Crash, turn 2, coming up out of the dash. Kurt Busch, replay. Boy, that was a hit. That was a hit. And again, he climbed out of the car. He's okay. Great job by the other drivers getting around to the flying debris.
A dramatic scene unfolding at Berlin Raceway in Marne last night. 2 cars collided, number 21 Johnny Benson and number 92 Larry Laynard. 24-hour News 8's Jessica Leffler is live from Spectrum Hospital, where the defending NASCAR truck champion has been recovering throughout the night. Jessica, what's the latest on his condition right now?
Mark, hospital staff tells us that he is still listed in serious but stable condition. We have it all caught on tape. We got this video from photographers who work with Berlin Raceway. Witnesses tell 24 Hour News 8 that the cars were just coming around to take their second lap, and that's when the collision happened. It happened at turns 3 and 4. Benson's car exploded into flames, if you see from our video, and it was burning on the track. Number 92, Larry Leonard, had no reported injuries. We caught up with witnesses who saw it all unfold from behind a camera lens.
When I saw the crash, the car bounced off the wall sideways like that, driver's side, it right away sinks in my head that this isn't going to be good. But with the way the cars are built, like I said, these days, the outcome is normally a lot better than what it would have been years ago.
Friesen looked like Friesen didn't have much to offer go down, but that
oh no,
Friesen in trouble.
Friesen.
Our leader going into turn number 1, Stuart Friesen. Take a look at it ourselves. Friesen leading the way going into the turn. Wow, the right rear wheel broke.
Running at almost 200 miles an hour, and this has just happened. Coming into the tri-oval, contact made. Actually, Steve Blackburn had slid coming out of turn number 4, got into the grass, and then we had contact in the tri-oval. Here's what happened.
We're going to see some contact here. You see Steve Blackburn duck to the inside, then the car behind him looked like may have been the 25 car made contact. Then the 35 turned Mike Harmon around right in the middle of all these cars. And look at the hard hits. Alex Bowman goes up on 2 wheels. We saw happening live. It's what happens when you have big pack racing. There's Steve Blackburn getting turned around. See, Mike Harmon's going to get run into by the 35. Catches Joey Coulter and Drew Charlson up against the wall. Look at Alex Bowman up over the top of the 31 car of Mike Harmon.
Getting air at Talladega, we've seen that too many times.
Back at Long Beach, the Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach, and we're taking you all the way through to the checkered flag with 11 laps to go. Make it 10 from here. Big crash, Jimmy Johnson and rookie David Malukas. Turn 8. There's another caution.
Oh boy.
This is going to spice things up.
What does that do now for Award, for Will Power, for Scott Dixon?
They're in it. What happened?
So gonna look. Oh. Did he get help?
I don't think he did. It looks like
Malukas was too far back.
Yeah, he just lost it under braking maybe, and David Malukas, unfortunately, just really a victim there. Be interesting to see another shot if we have one.
He's backwards.